Have you ever seen a Jesus? Have you ever seen
my sister, what's your name?
Erica.
Erica, my name is Joe. You see me
I'm
as
not trying to,
No, we building. We family. We building. Okay, I'm Joe. You see me as your brother? So you follow Catholicism, right? Yes, it's a simple yes or no. Don't get upset. We ain't gonna get in our emotions. We gonna build because we family. Because if I was to ask you, what's your father's nationality? Hispanic, black?
No, he's black.
He's black. Okay, so so-called African American.
Yeah.
So before we were called black, Negro, or colored, we were called the Israelites from the tribe of Judah. You're a Jew by blood, not by nationality. This ain't. But let's take religion out of the picture for 1 second. The reason why our people, the so-called blacks, speak English is we were conquered by Englishmen. The reason why our Hispanic people speak Spanish because they were conquered by Spaniards. But before we were conquered, we spoke Hebrew because we are the original Hebrew. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. So now going into the question about how do we know who God is, how do we know who Jesus is, and all of that, the way that you know it, you got your Bible, go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. So the way that you know about history or history, you got to look at the facts. It's like fractions. You got to get to the common denominator of everything. When you look at the Bible, the word Bible is a Greek word biblios. It means records. Why? Because your ancestors documented and wrote down history. Like in families, we like to pass down portrait books, right? So that why? I can know what my great auntie looked like. I can know what my grandfather looked like. That's what our ancestors did with this. But when they conquered us, they took our books and our records from us, and then they painted their faces in it. That's why instead of believing in this, which the Bible says is true, Jesus Cristo es negro, we believe in this because why? It was painted and forced on us in slavery. But before this happened, we knew that the Bible said Jesus Christ had dark skin and hair like wool. We knew that's what the Bible said. But the thing about this book is you know that it's a real book because of prophecies. I want you to explain what this means. During the time of Moses, when we came out of Egypt, did Moses go in there to save everybody? He went in there to specifically go get God's people. Remember, what did God tell him? Moses, go and get my people so they can serve me, right? And there was other nations inside of Egypt at the time. But he specifically said, go get the children of Israel. When you look on that sign, today the children of Israel are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The same reason why you can find pyramids in South America is because those were the same people building pyramids in Egypt. Now watch this, Deuteronomy 1 verse 1. So when we came out of the Exodus or Egypt, Moses told us, listen, if y'all do what God said to do, y'all going to be blessed and everything will be okay. I'm going to show you. Just bear with me. I'm going to bear with you. So, no, it wasn't such. God had always been before time. He created everything that you see because let me ask, they like to teach us it was a Big Bang Theory. You can't get order from confusion. If it was just two rocks colliding, you couldn't get no beautiful lions, tigers, bears, whales that know signs where you can tell a whale like this and the whale can jump out the water, flip on his back, to where you can get a lion and a tiger, you can tame them. This doesn't come from confusion, it comes from order. Because why? They call us, an alien just mean form because they call our Hispanic brothers aliens. But watch this, they call us creatures, right? Right. The reason why they call us creatures are because we are a creation. In order to have a creation, you must have a what? Creator. So who is the creator? You read about him in the book because why? You look at the facts of it. Give me 1 verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To who?
All Israel.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. So when we came out of Egypt, Moses gave us words. The reason that you know this book stands over every book in the earth is because the prophecies that was written in it came to pass. Meaning what? This Bible was written thousands of years ago. They got a Bible that they found that was about 2,000 years old of records, recordings that they found over there in the Middle East somewhere. They found old books with what? Arabic writing in them. They found them with the Hebrew scrolls. They found Hebrew literature future here in America. Why? Because the people that spoke Hebrew are the so-called Native Americans that were slaughtered, and the reason why everybody is celebrating today. So let's see this prophecy and if it came to pass. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
My brother, you hit
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So Moses was speaking to all the Israelites on the mount. He said, listen, it shall come to pass.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord,
I want you to hear this out.
I gotta go with my nephew.
Okay, give me 60 seconds. Let me finish this real quick. Come on.
the voice of the Lord thy God.
So hold on, Erica, don't go nowhere. Hear me out, because I want to show you something. All right, so we're going to prophesy. What's your name, bro?
Abdullah.
Who?
Abdullah.
I can't hear you.
Abdullah.
Abdullah? What's your, if I was to ask you, what's your father's race? I kind of figured Palestinian, right? So what do you think about everything that's going on over there right now?
I feel like the innocent civilians, I don't support that. I want to stop that.
Yeah, a lot.
I just want to spread awareness because some people over there have this idea that, it's just that I met people that want to know this.
Right. Well, our stance is that we follow God. We serve God, we follow God, we follow this book. When it comes to the confusion and everything that's going on in the Middle East, we stay out of it. You know why? Because when this was happening to my people, nobody fought for us. I didn't hear any Palestinians, I didn't hear any so-called Israelis. They never spoke up about the slaughter that's been happening to the blacks and Hispanics over here in America. I never seen an Arab, and if you know somebody, then help me out. Because one thing I know about our people, the so-called black people, when we see death and things that ain't right, we like to jump in, and even if it has nothing to do with us. The thing is that we gotta stand. The thing we gotta realize is that these black people, if you care at all, just step right here real quick. Let me show you this real quick. Has this been happening to black people here in America for a long time? So who's been speaking up against it? Because the slaughter that you see over there in Palestine right now is completely outrageous and out of order. And the sick part about it is people are allowing that to happen to kids. These are no grown men that's coming over there with rocket launchers. They dropping bombs on innocent children. But this been happening to our children for years. They literally came over here and slaughtered and took our babies and threw them on rocks. Who hears our cry?
Bring it up.
Nobody hears our cry. Give me that about they seek for a nation that can't help them. What's that, Lamentation? Lamentation 4:17. Let me show you something real quick. Because we don't have no spat with none of that stuff that's going on. The thing is that our people are dying on fentanyl. Our blacks and Hispanics are being incarcerated at an astronomical rate. Our children are being slaughtered. Our women are being kidnapped. All kind of nonsense is going on with our people. But the thing is who fights for us? Watch this, read.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
For the Bible says us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, our eyes look for vain help. You know why? Because we seek help from these people.
Right.
We want these people to come and save us. And that's what happened to the Palestinians. They trusted them people and let them take their land.
Bring it up.
And they took the land from them. But we don't get involved in that. Why? Because our people are dying out here. Our people are being slaughtered by the millions. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are dying by the millions. We don't have time to get involved in that beef because it has nothing to do with us. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And we've been looking for a nation to come save us, but no one has stepped in. The so-called white man ain't stepped in to save in. The so-called Israelis, the Palestinians, nobody stepped in to say, y'all stop killing them black people over there. Look at what y'all doing to them kids. They got Mexican babies in cages on the border right now. They separating Mexican babies from their children. Who's stepping up to say, this ain't right? This ain't right what y'all doing to these children. Give these children back to their parents. Allow them to come back to their land. How do you take land from somebody that called them an illegal alien?
Bring it up.
You took the land from the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and then you called them illegal aliens. And now our people are so confused, they don't even realize that we celebrating the slaughter of our own people. Ain't nothing different between those so-called Mexican and Native American, because Mexicans are native to America, whether you believe it or not. Lamentations chapter 5, verse 1. Read.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord.
So we crying out and asking, remember, O Lord. Father God, remember. Read.
What has come upon us?
What has come upon us? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Look at what they doing to us. They make our Hispanic brothers work for hours and give them pennies to pay. They make the so-called blacks tend the field. You got blacks picking cotton and you got Hispanics picking fruits. Remember what's going on with us. But where the Palestinians Palestinians speaking up and remembering what's going on with our plight. With our plight. Everybody want us to come jump in their wars. Who's involved in our war? And we ain't telling nobody to grab guns. We telling our people to wake up and learn the truth about reality. The reality is stop trusting them people. Y'all should have learned that too. It would have helped y'all out a long way. As soon as they came over to that league, get your ass out of here. That's what should have been said. But instead, y'all trusted these people and they came and they slaughtered y'all. Because they're monsters.
Bring it up.
And this ain't about hate speech. This is truth. When I start lying, I want you to say, hey, stop, you lying, all right? Read.
Consider and behold our reproach.
Consider and behold what's going on with us. Look what's going on with us. If ICE pulled up right now, you will see this parking lot clear out.
Bring it
And
out.
this land belongs to the so-called Mexicans.
That's right.
But right now, if the so-called ICE showed up, everybody would bail like roaches. And this land belongs to them. Look at our reproach of what's happening to us. Our older men, he should be laid up right now, living and enjoying the rest of his life. Having young men coming to serve him and help him. But instead, he got to fend for himself and struggle. Why? Because we get help from nobody. That's right. Nowhere. Nobody steps in about the plight of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Nobody. How old are you, my brother? You are 60 years old. This is an elder. Who cares about his woes when it's hard for him to get up in the morning? Nobody does. But can we go and help our brother? No, because we out here scratching and fighting for our life day by day. We out here getting our heads bust by the police. We out here getting kidnapped. We out here getting ravaged and savaged. Read.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our inheritance is turned to who?
Strangers.
You allow strangers to come into that place too. But the thing y'all both got to realize is that land belongs to.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That's what the land truly belongs to. They're not going to tell you that part because before Palestinians got into that land, where do you think we came from? Jerusalem.
Bring it out.
That's where we came from. But guess what happened? We got kicked out of the land because of our sin. Our God got upset with us and he booted us out the land, and then you guys inherited. And then they came and took it from you guys. But the thing is, everybody needs to stop. What the Palestinians and the Israelis need to be doing is helping these people. Helping the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because if you want your people to be saved, we have to get back in rulership.
Bring it out.
Because when the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ruled this world, it wasn't confusing. It was order. Because it was established and ordained by God. Give me that where it says they wait on the Romans 8:19. Let me show you something real quick. Because we ain't out here on no hate speech. We out here in true speech. If you want peace back in the world, establish the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans back on top.
Bring it out.
And then the world will have peace. Because why? We don't just go out dropping bombs on people.
Right.
We don't just go out raping and savaging and ravaging people.
Right.
The reason why you see blacks doing that now is because it was taught that it was okay by them. Survival. We ain't no damn savages. We became savages because they forced us and put our backs against the wall. Watch this.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Of who?
The sons of God.
Of who?
The sons of God.
The earnest manifestation of the creatures, meaning what? The animals are being slaughtered in the oceans right now.
Bring it out.
Look at what's going on with the dolphins, the whales, the fishes. They literally getting pushed up against shore. Why? Because oil and nuclear waste is being poured into the oceans. Why? Because these people are in rulership. If you want peace back in the earth, set the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans back on top and watch order be returned to the earth. But until we at the top, all you're going to hear is sighs and cries. That's literally all you're going to hear. Stay where you at.
Read. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation.
And we're being manifested right now. Right now, the manifestation of God's true children, because those Israelis ain't God's children. How can you call yourself God's children dropping bombs on innocent people? Those are things that God's children do.
Bring it out.
God's children don't go out their way waging war on people. That ain't things that God's children do. What God's children do, they establish order. They establish peace. That's what they do. This Christ is called what? The peaceable one. Shiloh.
Bring it out.
And you call yourself the children of God and the followers of Christ. You ain't no followers of Christ. You don't even look like him.
Bring it out. Of the sons of God.
And guess who the sons of God are? These are the sons of God right here.
Bring
These
it
are
out.
the sons of God that you're looking at right here.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation